Outlaw's Word. Highland Heartbeats. Book 9. Aileen Adams. Chapter 1. That's it. That's all we have to show for ourselves. Quinn Murray looked around at the others, the three men who were as close as brothers to him, and knew the answer full well. There was no need to ask the question. Still, he held fast to a slim hope that one of them may have been holding out a surprise. That hope was dashed when Roderick Anderson shook his head. "Aye, that's all. And don't think for a second that I don't feel the pinch as acutely as any of ye. Me with a bairn on the way." Roderick's wife Caitlin was due to deliver within days. It had been a mild winter by all standards. What little snow was left on the ground by March was thawing quickly, and aided by heavy rains which washed away all traces of the long nights and cold days. While the air had not quite been warm, there was still a need to ride beneath furs provided by Porrick, Roderick's brother and their host for the winter. The four of them had seen little reason to huddle around the fire when there was silver to be collected. They might have done just as well to cluster by the warmth of the flames, judging from the paltry sums they'd been earning. There simply wasn't much need for them, at least not yet. Most in the Highlands and the surrounding country were still making the necessary repairs to their homes and fields, unconcerned for much beyond their borders. Most news from the village and further out hadn't been delivered yet, the men on horseback more likely just on their way west from Kirkcaldy or from Inverness to the north. Once such news had been delivered, old Murphy would likely have more opportunity for them, missions they might accept. Until then, the pickings were disappointingly slim. "I might ride into the village to see if Murphy has anything for us," Quinn proposed. Bryce lifted a questioning brow. "Oh. What's the hurry then? We've still got more than enough to sustain us comfortably." "Aye, and it isn't as if Porrick has asked us to make our leave," Fergus agreed. "On the contrary. Did he not extend the invitation for us to treat the Anderson stronghold as our home for the foreseeable future?" Their placidity baffled him. Then again, they could afford to be placid. Roderick was in his ancestral home, having spent much of the winter advising his younger brother on clan business on the rare occasions when Porrick needed assistance. Bryce and Alana had wed over the winter and had spent much of their time behind closed doors, as newlyweds were wont to do. Fergus, meanwhile, had done his level best to train the Anderson men in combat. Up to that point they'd been undisciplined, unskilled, prone to allowing emotion, typically rage, to inform their tactics. Typical clansmen, really, good at wildly swinging their weapons.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?